Hi, welcome back to Hope and Firm Foundations, where we have heart to heart, Christ centered conversations about healthy relationships. Last week, we covered the first part of ending toxic friendships. This week, we're actually going to be talking about the reality of ending friendships and discussing healthy next steps to make sure optimal healing happens. So, after you cut contact with a toxic or unhealthy friend, there will be this natural process of asking yourself, like, did I make the right choice? Especially if you spend majority of your time with this person or if they were your only friend. On the flip side, after you've blocked or deleted someone in your life, there's no saying that that person might not reach back out to you or find other ways to communicate. So I would say this is where like boundaries come in. Like you need to back up the decision that you made, especially if you still feel that way. Like naturally people are going to be like, "Hey, time has passed. I have changed." But you don't owe anyone to go back into that level of relationship with them if you no longer want it. You just have to really stand on whatever you decide. As much as we want to do better, some of us, we want to change, we don't change all that much unless you have the Holy Spirit working within you. Then that change is a divine intervention and the Holy Spirit will guide you through that. But that's still a choice that you have to make if you want this person back into your life. Let some time pass before you make any decision to reconnect with a toxic or unhealthy friend, because especially if they're manipulative, they're going to work extra hard. They're going to most likely sell you a dream. They're going to say, "Hey, I've heard you, I'm going to try, just give me time and this and this." And chances are they're gonna behave. They're gonna show you, they're gonna put in a lot of effort. But when you look at these people in a long-term observation, you realize that you're probably back in the same friendship and really nothing has changed. One of my favorite quotes is like, obviously when people tell you who they are, you have to believe them the first time. I'm gonna just kind of share like just some guidance of if you decide to end a toxic friendship, like just some consideration. The first one would be take some time for yourself because ending a toxic friendship can actually have you questioning everyone's ability to be a good friend to you, especially if you've poured into someone, you've really just did everything you could do and they left you with nothing. Losing a friend is it's a grieving process within itself. Accept whatever the feeling of sadness or loss comes along with ending this friendship. Allow yourself to experience these emotions so that one day you can move on, right? Suppressing it is not going to help. Suppressing anything does not help because what you fail to confront today, you're going to have to confront later, right? So allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to just feel the loss of this friendship. As I always say, reach out to the people in your life you know are willing to support you. And of course, this could be a family member, a friend, a pastor, a youth worker, a therapist. I really want to highlight therapists because I don't want you to shy away from seeking help from a therapist to help you navigate friendship loss. I also want to say that Jesus is a friend who is perfect in every way, and he will draw close to you if you let him. And in John 15:13-15, Jesus said, "Greater love has no one than this, than to lay down one's life for his friends. You are my friends if you do whatever I command you. No longer do I call you servants, for a servant does not know what his master is doing, but I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard from my Father, I have made known to you." Jesus Christ died so that we might live, and his life is a testimony for us of what the truest of friends is like. And I love that. Before I go, I also want to leave Proverbs 22 1-6, which says that a good name is more desirable than great riches. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold. Rich and poor have this in common: the Lord is the maker of them all. The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. Humility is the fear of the Lord. Its wages are riches and honor and life. 5. In the paths of the wickedness are snares and pitfalls, but those who would preserve their life stay away far from them. Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. Proverbs 22, verse 3 is really important when we're like discussing healthy friendships or healthy relationships. And I want to read it again. The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. So short-sightedness is actually very dangerous because what might work or be safe for today or for now can have like future consequences. So, in covering this topic of toxic friendships, I really want to highlight how important it is to take caution and respond to unhealthy situations because they have dangerous consequences. And a quote that we always hear is like hindsight is 2020. And yes, hindsight is 2020, but a lot of the things we experience could have been avoided if we use discernment or if we saw situations and people for what they are instead of what we want or think they should be. Thank you very much for watching, and to God be the glory as always. I really pray over you, and I hope this message lands with you well, and I will see you in my next video.